It's day 2 on my new island, Bluetopia. What has Tom Nook got to say? Jesus. Oh dear, so sorry about that. The volume was a little loud there. Hello everyone, starting today I'll be doing an island-wide broadcast full of island updates, goings-ons and such. The Bluetopia airport is now open for business. Oh, I do have one other item to share, and it is to a whopper, As of this very day, a brilliant fellow by the name of Blathers will be joining us on Bluetopia, yay! We have a house! Oh my god, I'm so happy. Let's have a look inside. And this stuff looks terrible. Shall we just put this all in our storage for now? Because I'm not being funny, but this stuff is not going to stay. Okay, there we go. We also took off the ugly green shoes and the cap. As much as I appreciate it from Kit Kat, it wasn't really matching the vibe. So, my dear Natasha, how is your new life treating you? Are you eating well, brushing your teeth, washing behind your ears? Here's a little something to help you out. Oranges! Oh, that's fun. I realised that I didn't complete any dailies yesterday. Oh, money tree. We haven't got a shovel yet. Oh. Yeah, I realised I didn't complete any dailies yesterday in my first day on the island. That was this is what I was talking about. So it meant that I missed my first ever message in a bottle, and also obviously I didn't get the stuff from the rocks. I did that because I'm not really a fan of using the axe to get stuff from the rocks, because I just find it a bit irritating. I like to use a shovel because that way I can dig a little hole so I can get as much as possible. But we haven't unlocked the shovel yet, so I'm waiting for that. Anyway, let's speak to our villagers. What's the latest? This weather rocks. Feels like anything I do is going to turn out awesome. That's so true. I love spring. Looking built. Oh, God. Don't mind me. I'm just keeping a piece of Bluetopia. See, this guy would be cute if he wasn't just always talking about sports. Like Hazel, I don't even know what her personality is. I'm not gonna lie, because she's just chill. Let's quickly open our message bottle. Let's see what we get. A wooden table mirror. Wait, what? Table mirror? Is it like a vanity? I have a bit of a proposal, so if now's not a good time, I understand completely, no pressure. Sure. I'm hoping you might be interested in collaborating on a new venture, building a new shop. After all, our little island community is growing, and our needs are growing too. I'd love to offer a much wider inventory of goods, but as you can see, I'm a bit limited in here. I've already spoken with our fearless leader, of course, and he agrees that we have a need. But there is one thing. Building materials are hard to get, so can we set them aside for building a shop? I really don't see it, since we'll need those materials for residential projects, but I have an idea. You could gather up materials from around the island, right? From the trees and rocks. Our environmental review even suggests that there will be zero impact to native flora or fauna. But I'm getting off track. We'll need a lot of materials for a proper shop, and we'll of course offer compensation for your efforts. I managed to get the shovel DIY recipe off Blathers, which meant I could finally start on my daily tasks like hitting rocks and collecting fossils to give to Blathers to boost the museum. I also bought the pretty good tools recipes because I needed them real bad, because it was really not fun doing all this stuff with crappy tools that kept breaking. But I planted my first money tree, which is pretty cool, and found my money rock, so basically I was rich in bells. Hazel gave me an axe, which was pretty helpful to get the wood I needed for the Nook's Cranny. I went on a little chopping spree, but this was actually to make a vaulting pole, as I needed to get to the opposite side of the island for some things. So luckily from that though, I had 30 pieces of regular wood, so I handed them over to Timmy, and then Kit Kat gave me some iron nuggets. What a legend. I planted some oranges to get some Nook miles, and then used Tom Nook's crafting table to make some tools. I then properly went on a chopping spree, and I got all the other woods that I needed for Nook's Cranny. I got all the softwood, all the hardwood, and Timmy was just ever so proud of me, of course. I then went around trying to get all the iron nuggets I needed, which obviously involved in me whacking a bunch of rocks with my shovel. I also here got my first fossil, which was pretty exciting, and then I found all the rest of them. And I shot down this little balloon, and guess what I got from the present? Some clay. Lucky me. But anyway, I went to appraise some fossils with Blathers. He was so excited, oh my goodness. It's like he'd never seen a fossil in his life. And I used my Nook Miles ticket to go to a Nook Mile island because I ran out of iron nuggets on my island. So I needed to go to a different island to see if I could find any more rocks to basically dig up for iron nuggets because I did not have enough, which wasn't very helpful, of course. And Egbert was on this island. I actually quite like Egbert. He's quite cute, but I thought it'd be more interesting to see if we get any cool villagers auto-filled, so I left them. From this rock, I got a gold nugget, which was pretty cool. Somehow it made me feel like royalty, so lucky me. I then did some fishing, because why not? Got a little goldfish, but then I got a little bit fed up because I started getting trash again. Why are my islands so full of trash? Anyway, I got back and planted a coconut because that would give me some more Nook Miles, which is super helpful. And then used those Nook Miles straight away to buy another Nook Miles ticket because I still didn't have enough iron nuggets. I swear to God, the iron nuggets are always the worst part about this starting off in Animal Crossing because why are they so hard to get? Anyway, we had Patty here on this island, so wasn't really that bothered about her in the nicest way possible. She's kind of cute, but cow villagers aren't really for me. Look how lucky I got with this rock. 9 iron nuggets. This was like a blessing to me. I was very, very happy. And this did not make me happy. Patty got in my way and ruined my flow, and then I missed out on 2 whole items from this rock. Whatever, it was fine. I ended up with enough iron nuggets, so I guess I can't hate on Patty too much, but it still did annoy me a little bit. So I headed home, and I was ready to give Timmy all of the things he needed for his little shop. So he gave me the construction kit, and obviously because I'm just the best, I got to choose where the shop went. I decided to put it right next to the plaza like I did with the museum, just so everything was close together until I want to move it. I then donated a couple of things to Blathers because I really wanted to get the museum building built up for the next day. I also bought a tool ring because, oh my god, sorting through my tools without tool ring is incredibly difficult, so this was going to make things a lot easier for me. I then did some Nook shopping because why not, you know? I got some bandages and a little floor light, super cute. They'd be delivered in my mail the next day, and I paid about 1/3 of my loan off, which was pretty good. I then spent basically the rest of the day doing some fishing and catching bugs and stuff because I needed 15 unique specimens to give to Blathers for him to want to open up the actual museum building the next day. I didn't want him living in a tent forever, and one of my goals for this island is to complete the museum. Don't know if I'll be able to, but I've always wanted to do that, so that's something I'm going to try and focus on. Blathers loved all of my items, and with all of those that I just caught, I had given him a whole 15, so he was then ready to build the museum, which was super fun. Day 3 arrived on Bluetopia, and the only interesting things that happened really was the museum was being built and Nook's Cranny had finally arrived on the island. So I collected my things that I had ordered from the Nook shopping the day before, and I went to visit Nook's Cranny for the first time, and guess who was there? It was Mabel, the little cutie. She was talking about her clothing and everything, said hi to me, and hopefully we'll see her in the future and get the able scissors on the island as soon as we can so that we can dress up a lot nicer. So because I paid off my loan yesterday, well, 1/3 of it, I didn't have any money to buy anything, so I went to visit Tom Nook and he was on the phone. Of course, he was talking to the 3 interested parties who want to move onto the island. So to prepare to have to basically craft a bunch of furniture for 3 houses, I went and did my dailies for the day. Started off with the fossils, of course. Not that I could give these to Blathers today as the museum was being built, so I had to just dump them outside his house. But I found my message in a bottle and learned how to make a ukulele, which is quite random. Anyway, I planted my money tree for the day and sold some things to Timmy and Tommy. I then did a bunch of weeding because I don't know why really, just I guess wanted some money and I was a little bit bored, so I sold all my weeds and all of my peaches and got a pretty decent amount of money, but I later did regret selling all my peaches. Oh my god, why did I do that? I was an idiot for that. I needed the peaches for one of the houses. Anyway, bought some things from Timmy and Tommy and decorated my house with this single plant. So I worked on making myself a little dress. I did take inspiration from a design I saw on Pinterest. This is not
something that came out of my own brain, but I wanted to make myself look a little bit cuter, so I started working on the bridge construction. Luckily, I already had everything I needed to make all of the log stakes and the rest of the bridge, so I kind of just put those together. And I went to place the construction kit right behind resident services because it was kind of the perfect spot. It was very symmetrical. And then I realised that the houses wouldn't even fit on that section of the island that I built over to. There was space for one singular house, which I was quite annoyed at. So I had to place the other two in just random places around the island, which was kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. I spent a bunch of time collecting materials that I knew I would need for all of the furniture items that the house plots needed, and then I had my first run-in with wasps. Don't ask why I didn't run into resident services or Nook's Cranny, which I ran past both of them. Oh, I don't know why. I just kept running and running and running, and just aimlessly. I don't know what I was expecting to happen, and then I bumped into this rock and I got stung. So nice one, Tasha. You could have avoided that quite easily. Anyway, then I met this really lovely person who came to my island and gave me all the fruit I was missing, which was really fun. Planting fruits is a good way to get Nook Miles, so that's what I made sure to do. I started crafting some of the furniture, by the way. This was a painful process. This is the worst part of the tutorial of this game. I hate doing all the furniture items. Oh, it's not fun, but yeah, here's why I wanted the fruit. I got a bunch of miles for planting different trees, which is really great. I then realised, see, this is why before I said I regretted selling my peaches. I realised I needed 20 peaches for 2 of the items for one of the houses. So I had to spend all of my Nook Miles that I just got from planting those fruits and go to some Nook Mile islands to get some peaches. I found Ketchup, who is super cute, but I did not take Ketchup as there's just no need, you know. I wanted to see who would be autofilled on my island, so I just left him. And I gathered the peaches I needed. Unfortunately, this one island wasn't enough, so I did have to go to another one. I never thought I would be island hopping for peaches. I can't believe I sold all my peaches. I'm actually stupid. There's my last ticket as well, so I swear to God, if I'm not on the peach island, then I won't be happy. Please, please, please just give me more peaches. It's all I need. And maybe a cute villager while you're at it. And it was peaches. Thank God for that, because it's literally all I needed. Forget about the villagers. I just needed I just needed peaches. So finally, I got to craft the 2 peach items that I needed for this house. Can't believe I sold all the peaches. I'm actually an idiot. I made my first ladder to explore the cliffs because I needed to pick 3 of each tulip so that I could make this real cute tulip wreath. And then with that, all of the houses were done. And what did I get in return? 50 pieces of fencing. Thanks, Tom Nook. Really appreciated it. So I went and did some more Nook shopping to cheer myself up because the fencing was not good enough for me. Hazel then taught me how to do reactions, which was pretty cool. And I then actually met Harvey for the first time, who, to be honest, he basically just like yelled at me to come to his island. And I spent basically the rest of the day actually fishing. I had a sweet little visit from my niece though, who had some input on the fish I was catching. Oh, here's a fish.
Here's a fish. Get the apple and then throw it in.
Oh, I missed.
Oh my God, Tasha.
Oh no, it's gone too far over to the other side. But look what's in the sky. Ready?
Oh my God.
A balloon. Should we see what's inside the present?
Yeah.
A beach chair.
Sure.
Oh, that's quite cute.
Yeah, it's pink.
It is pink. Oh, what is that?
Oh, ew.
It's gross. Wait, it's new. I've not caught one of them before.
Maybe that's a new fish. Oh, that's a new fish.
Yeah, that is a new fish.
Cute.
It's a yellow perch.
Is it cute?
It is quite cute. Cuter than the other ugly ones we were getting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I then realised that my lots had been auto-filled, so we actually had Stu moving in, as well as Jambette and Puddles. On day 4, we welcomed Stu onto the island, as well as the museum opening up, which was pretty fun. So as soon as I came out my door, Sahara was there, just staring at me. I decided to buy a medium rug from her, a mystery one, and I instantly regretted it when I placed it down in my house. It's horrible. So I got rid of it immediately, and I will not be buying another rug from her. But to make up for it, there was this really cute mirror and this adorable teddy bear in Nook's Cranny, which I of course snatched up, and I redeemed 5,000 miles for some extra inventory space, which I was desperate for. Oh my god, you do not get enough inventory space in this game. I collected up all of my fish and fossils that I wasn't able to give Blathers yesterday, and I donated them to the museum, which had just been built. So now the brand new museum can have plenty of things to look at. I placed my duplicate fossils outside as some decoration, although I did end up selling them later on because I needed the bells. But I went to meet Stu, and is he really my type of villager? No, but he's blue, you know, which is a good thing, and he is my favourite personality type, the same as Lucky, which I'm pretty sure is lazy, and you know, he was quite cute, so I'm not going to hate on him too much. I then went and did Tom Nook's customization workshop, so I had to basically build this wooden wardrobe, and I then customize it to make it a new colour, and oh, I wonder what colour I picked. Yeah, I made it blue, but surprise surprise, you know. Placed it into my house alongside my little teddy bear, and I got on with my daily tasks, which, you know, a little bit boring, do them every day, you know, there's nothing new. But I did catch this little pill bug, which spawned outside of this little rock when I hit it. I then caught this massive sturgeon. What the hell? I feel like this is quite rare, maybe it's not. I'm pretty sure this is one of the fish that you can only catch at the mouth of the ocean, so that was pretty cool.
Okay, so last night I was in bed and I decided to play for a bit because I couldn't sleep, I wasn't very well. I caught some new fish, I got this red snapper, I got this hermit crab, look how cute that is. I got a giant oarfish. Oh my god, this spooked me a little bit. It was like 11 o'clock at night and this fucking jump scared me. I then wished on some shooting stars, so hopefully this morning we'll have some star fragments on the beach. I got this football fish, which I already had, but I thought it was so cool because look, in the night time, its little antenna thing glows. I don't know what it's called, but it glows. Look how cool that is. I then got a tuna and a koi fish, and they were all the fish. Basically, I spent all this time trying to catch a tuna because you can only catch it at the pier. So I got like so much fish bait and was just trying to catch a tuna the whole time, and I finally did it. Guys, don't laugh at me, okay? My island is full of discarded fish that I caught in a result of me trying to catch a tuna. So probably should get rid of these.
So I went to Nook's Cranny to sell a bunch of the fish. Oh my god, my late night fishing trip was worth it because look how many bells I got. I was basically loaded and I actually had a bunch more to sell that I left on the other side of the island. So after these ones, even more loaded. Honestly, over 100 grand? Yeah, that's me. But I immediately went and spent a bunch of it on a bunch of things in Nook's Cranny because I want them to upgrade, you know, so I need to fund them, but did manage to pay off my loan, so that was pretty good. And it meant that I could go over to Tom Nook and discuss upgrading my house. I then got my money rock, which made up for all the bells I just spent, and I went to meet Puddles. And is Puddles a villager I would have picked? No. I want blue ones, you know, but she's actually pretty cute, so I'm not too mad about it. I then realised that Red's boat was docked up at the shore, so I went over, but obviously I had to find Red first. I couldn't find him anywhere, and I already had searched my entire island for my dailies, so the fact that I hadn't come across him sooner was crazy, but I eventually found him near Stu's house, so I went to speak to him and he invited me inside his dodgy ship.
You couldn't buy that kind of aura.
The last thing I did today was buy the totally real Mona Lisa. Yay. I spend the weekends with my boyfriend, so on day 6 I wasn't able to film properly, so I took some little screen recordings and screenshots of what I got done. I had a few things in my mailbox, and Mabel was here selling her clothes, so I bought a few bits and bobs from her so that she'd hopefully be convinced to move onto the island with her sisters. I then went to meet Jambette, and my face when I realised that 2 out of 3 of my villagers were frogs. What are those chances? I went and bought this little toy box and this fire pit from Nook's Cranny, and I got some things, what are they called? I don't know, to change my appearance up. So I got some new hairstyles, some new hair colours, and I was finally really sporting my blue vibes. Puddles gave me a hose reel, which is cool, I guess. And Stu really started to grow on me. He's actually very cute. On the last day of the week, which was Sunday, Mabel was back on the island selling some more clothes, so of course I went and purchased some. I then did my dailies, as per usual.
Okay guys, so it is the last day of this week of my new island, Bluetopia. What did I really accomplish? I guess kind of just a tutorial. Obviously, I did all of the first 3 houses, got the museum sorted. I've actually donated quite a lot to the museum. I was quite impressed with the amount of different fish that I managed to catch. Like, look at this. I mean, I did spend a long time fishing. But yeah, I think that's pretty good for 1 week. I'm not gonna lie to you. Insects, not so much, and I've not been diving at all, so I kind of need to do that at some point. Yeah, there wasn't really much I could do today, seeing as resident services has been closed. I missed Daisy May this morning because I woke up too late. So by the time I got on my Switch to play Animal Crossing, it was past the time that she had been on my island, so I didn't get to do any turnips and hopefully get some money, but oh well. I hope you enjoyed my first week on my new Animal Crossing island. I'm really excited to properly get into it and start fully decorating it. I've never in my life completed an Animal Crossing island because I always just get burnt out really quick. But I've got some really cute ideas for this island so far. I'll speak a bit more on that next week when we can start moving in more villages and actually start terraforming and stuff, because I have already a cute idea of some villages I'd like to move onto the island. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.